back to The Rundown. I will be your host today, Craig DeLuz, coming at you from the West Coast, the left coast, behind the Iron Curtain, otherwise known as the Sierras. And as we all know, I do not do this program by myself.
That's right. My name is Mike Piwowarski, coming to you live from the East Coast. That's the coast with the most, from the co-host with the most here on The Rundown. Two-way views, conservative news, and Craig, guess what day it is?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Wrong day.
It's hump day. It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos. It's raining tacos out in the street. Tacos, all you can eat. Lettuce and shells, cheese and meat. It's raining tacos. Yum, 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 yum. It's like a dream. Yum, 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 yum. Bring your sour cream.
Wow. There you go. There you go. Gotta love it. Gotta love Taco Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday with tacos. I mean, it's like, man, we got this day of the week. It kind of sucks. Let's put tacos on it and make it tolerable.
There you go. There you go. Cannot do it wrong. Cannot do it wrong. Although I have to admit today, it's my daughter's birthday. I will not say how old she is. Just say that she's too old to be my daughter. I'm not supposed to have a daughter this old. Anyway, that having been said, I will just say this. We're going to be doing Korean barbecue tonight. So unless we wind up needing like some good, drunk food late at night on a Tuesday, which I doubt. Not going to be doing tacos today. I'm sorry.
You guys are going out, or you're doing it at the house?
Oh, we're going out. We're going to go out to a Korean.
I've seen a video of a family that goes out and they go to, I think I'm pretty sure it's Korean barbecue, and it looks like a Mexican American family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they sit there, and the father looks all distressed, and he finally reaches into his pocket and takes out some tortillas and throws them on the stone in front of the Korean barbecue. And he starts eating the Korean barbecue taco style.
There you go, man. If you've never done Korean taco, in fact, Mike, the first time I did Korean barbecue was when we went to that place. I'm trying to remember what year it was. It was maybe like 3 years ago out at Shot, out in Vegas.
Yep.
It is neat, folks. If you've never done it, you got to try it. It's, you go there, you're like, okay, everybody orders kind of the same size of meal, but you get all of the stuff, and it's as much as you can eat. It is, and it's really, really good food.
Yeah, you just gotta, know when you go there, you're gonna lay down, between $30 and $50 for your meal. As long as you're cool with that, you're gonna eat all day long. You're gonna get your money's worth. It's just getting over the sticker shock,
Yeah, there's definitely a sticker shock, but I think, like with Brazilian barbecue, what I like about those is that, yes, and that's even more expensive, but for the variety and the quality of meat that you get, it's more than worth it. Although I tell people all the time, I'm like, yeah, get those potatoes away from me. Get that salad away from me. Yeah. I want meat. I came here. I'm not leaving here until I'm in a meat sweat.
Yep. Where's the beef?
Exactly. That's what I came here for. I came here for meat.
That's it. Yeah. You say that a lot when we go out.
I like steak. What can I say? I was not going to follow you down the Plumrose.
No, that's what I was talking about. Korean barbecue, the steakhouse. That's the Brazilian steakhouse. You like your meat,
right? Except when we're doing sushi burritos.
Oh man, yeah. Well, that's meat. It's fish is a meat, right?
Sure. Let's go with that. Anyway, folks, we really appreciate you tuning in. We're going to go ahead and get into some news today because, there's probably going to be more to report after the show or late after the show, but till then, we're going to report on the stuff that we have to report on. But before we do that, let's go ahead and give a quick shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah, Hitman Industries, hitmanindustries.net. Get on over there, get you some AR barrels, rifle caliber, pistol caliber, any length you desire. That's hitmanindustries.net. California Republican Assembly, fighting a good fight behind enemy lines. Now you can take part in California's future today. If you want the best in tactical concealed holsters on the market, get on over to Hog Holsters. That's HAWG holsters.com, hogholsters.com. Use the discount code The Rundown, all one word, no spaces, all caps. Get yourself a nice little discount. And if you want the best in field gear, tactical gear, web gear, law enforcement, security, fire, EMS, they got it all. Get your agency together, place an order at uscombatgear.com, where you get everything except the gun. In fact, I bought me some boots there. Bought me some boots there yesterday.
Did you? Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Folks, look, all of our sponsors, we know personally all of our sponsors. These are all good Americans. These are people who believe in the Second Amendment, who believe in the Constitution, people who believe in America. And so they support us. So we support them. I hope that you will support them as you support us. Just go to their websites by following the links in the description of this program. You can go to their websites, check them out. I promise you will like what you see. Spend some money with them and make sure you tell them those are the guys over at The Rundown that sent you. Also, want to let you know, folks, we're here this right now. If you're watching the show right now, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, it's live, right? Meaning you can go right now, you can comment right now, and we'll get your comment. I'll get your comment right here. And if I find it to be interesting, I will read it. If I don't, I won't. Now, mind you, you don't have to agree with us to be interesting. In fact, it's also actually more interesting if you disagree with us. Because, well, then we get to mock you.
Oh, wow. Was that a mockingbird?
Man, is that a mockingbird? Is that a mockingbird?
Was that a fly swatter? Were you about to hit our mockingbird?
No. I got a common housefly in here, and listen, with the studio lights on, I've got a very narrow cone of vision. He keeps doing this, in and out thing. So I'm trying to get him.
If he can survive with all of that whiskey and bourbon there, and not just pass out drunk, he's not a common housefly.
Well, that's why he doesn't want to leave. The door open and everything. He was like, "Not a chance, bro. Not a chance."
He is a smart housefly.
He's probably like a college housefly.
Oh, well, it looks like American Crossfire has tuned in. Very good to see you, American Crossfire. Forgot to tell you, man. I talked with Patrick the other day.
Patrick from where?
Patrick from the Gun Food. If you get a chance, check out the Gun Food. Phenomenal dude. I'm going to tell you right now, if you need ammo, I promise you will find some of the best, both pricing and customer service by checking out the Gun Food. In fact, I made a purchase myself of some ammo, so I'm looking forward to getting that sometime soon.
There you go.
So check him out. Check him out. Good stuff. I would tell you the one thing I really like about both doing this show and being in this industry is you will meet some of the best people you will ever meet. I mean, just good Americans.
That's it. Proud Americans.
Proud Americans, as well as a bunch of smartasses.
Yeah. I don't know them.
You're one of them.
Oh, that's why I don't know them.
That's why you don't know them. You're one of them. I didn't say dumbasses. Dumbasses generally don't last very long.
Yep. That's what we ought to do in SHOT Show. We ought to have the smart ass ball or something like that.
Smart ass ball. There you go. All right, folks, let's get into today's program. We're going to start off. It's election day in many places in these United States. Well, not many. Largely in left-leaning places, there are elections, and there's tons of election news stuff going on today. And I figured we'd start off just by giving you guys some quick election updates on stuff that is going on. Like, for example, Schumer. Well, we all know that Schumer is basically in a battle with the left wing of his party, which, by the way, is the reason why we are shut down. In case you are wondering, it's not because of anything except that AOC is threatening to run against Schumer, and so he has to look like he's putting up a fight. But it says here that, Schumer gave Mondami the cold shoulder and again dodges on endorsement. It says here, New York mayoral candidate Zoran Mondani was snubbed by the Senate's most powerful Democrat on Election Day. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat from New York, once again declined to say whether he would endorse Mondami, despite his counterpart in the White House. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat from New York, offering tepid support for the candidate last month. All right, so that's like item number one that they have listed. We're gonna hit a couple of them, so we're just gonna do these rapid fire style. What do you that? In the end, this is the liberal left wing, the progressive wing of the party of the Democratic Party is the tail wagging the dog. I think they're going to take their party. I think they're going to be in the process of taking their party back. I don't think they're going to be able to do it by 2026. And unless a figure who is center left, who is also very, very articulate, and to be quite frankly, manly, steps up to run in 2028, they won't do it by then either.
No, and I think this trend of these like Zoltan kind of guys are, that's going to be isolated to city elections, state elections, that kind of thing. Much like we saw in England. You look over there and you see it's the mayor of London and only a couple of members of parliament. Very like less than a handful. It's not a national movement.
No, it's not. But it may be a New York movement, and I don't even think it's a California movement. I think it's a San Francisco, California movement.
Right.
Anyway. And one of the other places where that's playing out is, for example, is in New Jersey. And here are some polling numbers on some key issues as New Jersey voters are going to the polls today to elect a governor. These are the main issues: taxes, because they say that taxes are too damn high; the economy, which they know that Democrats have utterly destroyed. Healthcare could go either way, but the reality is that a lot of them are seeing because of the ACA, because of the prices going up on the ACA, that's a big issue. And because the president has done such a good job on immigration, you can see that immigration has gone way, way down. Now, the question is, will they give him credit for it? I think Republican, I forget his name, I forget his name. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. If I don't know it fully, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. But I think he is poised to win and be the next, not just the next governor, but the next Republican governor for the state of New Jersey.
Yeah, we can continue to cross these fingers and hope that it happens.
Let's see, what other things are there? Oh, here we go. That was the one. Here, I'll try and pronounce his name here. Trump urges Orthodox Jewish voters to get out and vote for Chitterelli in the New Jersey governor's race. He also, by the way, came out and endorsed Cuomo. He's like, and I like the way he did it in that he's like, look, Zoran is not only is a whacked out communist, but he's got no experience, no tools in the toolbox to do anything that he says he wants to do, let alone be effectively run the state. At least Cuomo, he's got experience. I mean, I run the city. He's got experience running running a state. He should be able to come in and he understands how to run a government. So he may not necessarily do everything we want, but at least he'll stop short of destroying the economy. Maybe.
Well, I honestly don't know. Cuomo has experience running a government into the ground, into a failed state and killing people, during COVID and again, the whole Uncle Touchy Feely Hands thing. Didn't know it was not okay to touch women's breasts and butts. I'm sorry. I think, sorry, New York, you get what you deserve. You get what you vote for.
I'll tell you. And I heard someone say today, is the reason why he killed all those old people? Because he ran out of butts to touch.
I think though, if he had kept them around, they could be voting for him. Well, you know what? No, that's Chicago where the dead vote for you. I'm sorry.
Well, no, if they had not passed.
Yes.
If they had not passed, they would probably vote for him, because really the way the numbers are breaking out there in New York, it's really an age thing. Like the older voters are voting for him, the younger voters are voting for the Zoran. Or is it, how we doing that one? Anyway, I can't do the Z. There you go. The Z, the Zoran. Zoltan. Yeah.
Or Zoran. Yeah.
Anyway, I just think it's hilarious because anytime he has to answer any sort of a question on how are we going to pay for this, he says, "Well, people say you can't do this, and I'm just telling you that you can." It's like, but no, seriously, how are you going to pay for this? Because the governor's already said she ain't raising the taxes that you need to have raised to pay for this stuff.
Yeah.
So if the governor's not going to do it, not only that, if you're going to raise taxes in the city on these folks, what's to keep them from moving out of the city?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, I think honestly, the only thing that I see that's a highlight of this is that when Zoltan here gets elected, he's so, like you said, he's so inept at government, or so, completely misunderstood, or completely doesn't understand government, that inside of 90 days he's going to do something criminal and get arrested and removed.
Would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Would not be surprised.
I'm going to come up with $6 million by doing this, sir. That's completely illegal. You can't do that.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is this: is that what he's going to say is, "Well, I tried to do it, but they wouldn't let me."
Yeah.
We need to replace all of them, and then when they're all there and he doesn't, it doesn't work. He's going to say, "Well, that's because you didn't give me enough of your money. There's still some middle income people left who didn't give me their money. We took all the money from all the rich people, so now let's go after the middle income people. Let's take their money. And once I get their money and their property, then socialism will finally work."
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. If only it worked like that, but it doesn't. Now, recognizing that election day is right around the corner, some folks who live in other states, states where many have escaped places like California and New York to go as refuge, they're like recognizing this, and they're like, they're like, don't think that once you destroy the place where you currently live, that I'm going to allow you to come here and destroy where we live. And that brings us to Governor Abbott, who vowed to impose a 100% tariff on anyone moving from New York City to Texas after Election Day. It says here, Texas Governor Greg Abbott said he would impose a steep tariff on New Yorkers moving to his state after voting on election day ends. Abbott, a Republican, made the announcement Monday, a day before New Yorkers headed to the polls to choose a new mayor in what has been closely watched race between Democrat nominee Zohran Mamdani, a socialist, and former Governor Andrew Cuomo. Quote, "After the polls close tonight, I will impose a 100% tariff on anyone moving to Texas from NYC," Abbott posted on X. Fox News Digital reached out to the office for comment. The power to impose tariffs falls under the federal government's authority, not the states. NYC mayoral race is one of the most anticipated contests of the year. President Donald Trump has endorsed Cuomo, who is running as an independent. Now, I got to say this, Mike, as much as I like the idea, I really think he's just trolling New Yorkers.
He could do it, though. He could do it. I mean, yeah, everybody's expecting tariffs, like we're going to tariff imports from other countries. You want to come to the state and get a driver's license? You're from New York? There's a $500 administrative fee. You want to register your car here? It's a $1,000 administrative fee. You want to purchase a house? It's a $5,000 impact fee. Yeah.
Well, or when you file your taxes, if this is your first time filing taxes in the state of Texas and you filed in another state last year,
yeah,
there's another fee. I mean, there's ways he can make it so that it's not going to be very pleasant for them. But what's he going to do with good conservatives who've decided, okay, they voted against me, I need to get out of here, let me go to a place like Texas? Is that really fair to them?
The good conservatives are already gone, Craig. They're already there.
I don't necessarily believe that. There are some folks in New York City who feel like I feel about California. It's like, look, this is my home and I really don't want to have to give it up. I'm going to fight as long as I can fight. But when the time comes that I can't fight anymore, I'm moving to Florida.
Oh, I just checked. We're full.
Nah. Just let a few gators loose. They'll make room.
We're full. Yeah. Yeah. No, but then the gators live there. Then you have to live with the gators then.
Got to be better than living with liberals.
Gators and herpes monkeys. That's all we got.
Gator and herpes monkeys.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. You had to go there with the herpes monkeys. I got nothing for that.
Yeah. Don't forget
Yes,
the Burmese
folks.
pythons.
They have herpes monkeys, and they call them herpes monkeys because they have herpes.
Yeah, it's a big tribe of herpes monkeys. Lives up in the Ocala forest. Yeah.
Oh, near.
Well, in the springs, the water.
Wait,
area.
isn't that where Kevin Sona lives?
Coincidence? I don't think so.
Coincidence? I think not. He's part herpes monkey.
Yeah. Well, he's from New Jersey, so it's about the same. You know.
It's about it. It's about the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty much about the same. Good stuff. All right, this next one. So we know, and once again, it will not surprise you that this story is from the state of California, obviously. But what's nice is to see Californians fighting back. Here's the story right here. It says, men with big D's, California woman says membership axed for calling out man in woman's locker room. So this woman is in the locker room, right? And she's naked. She's got out of the shower, and she gets out of the shower. I'll read the story here in a second, but I want you to watch the video first. And she turns around, and as she's standing there naked, there's a guy standing there. And because this guy says that he is a woman, they're like, well, I'm sorry, but they identify as a woman, so you're being bigoted, and so we're going to terminate your membership. Now, here's the video that she recorded. I want you to see, this is outside of the locker room, obviously, but I want you to see, I want you to tell me who would mistake this person for a woman.
Did you tell me or not that women like to see
I'm
dick?
the guy asking you a fucking question.
Exactly. Get out of the way now. No. Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No.
That's fine. I want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman, and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
I understand.
All right, so let me read a little bit of story. It says, Los Angeles-based musician Tish Hyman posted a video alleging her membership at Gold's Gym Beverly Center was terminated after she called out a biological male using the women's locker room. In the Instagram video shared Sunday, a chaotic altercation unfolded as a man dressed in black was confronted for entering the women's locker room while the gym employees stand nearby. Hyman wrote that she and multiple other women repeatedly reported the man for entering the locker room and harassing them, but claimed gym staff failed to intervene. Quote, he has disrespected me multiple times, and I've only been ignored when I quietly reported it. But today I made noise, Hyman said. Hyman alleged that as she walked into the restroom, the man came up behind her and called her the B word in a deep, angry voice. Terrified, she ran into the gym, screaming that there was a male in the women's locker room. The video posted to her Instagram shows two gym employees appearing to step in as nearby men rushed to Hyman's aid. Quote, oh, yeah, we already saw that part of the video. The man could be seen complaining. I already got that one. Where is it at? Oh, another video posted online showed Hyman near the employee's desk, alleging that she was now barred from Gold's Gym, Beverly Center. At Gold's Gym, grown men with big D's in the women's locker room, and that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure girls know. Wow. I'll put it to you this way. So I worked out for a brief period of time at Planet Fitness here in California, and they adopted the same policy. And that was when I bought a bunch of gym equipment and just started working out at home. because I was not. I'm sorry. I'm just not having it. I'm not having it. You're going to support. You're putting women in danger because this guy, and I feel very comfortable saying he was a guy. He's not even trying to be trans. He's just, and what I believe is he's part of that group of people out there who get off on just being naked around or just going around looking at naked women in the locker room and being places he ain't supposed to be and being sexually lewd. I really do believe that's who this dude is.
Well, he had the dangly earrings on. Didn't you see that? That makes him a woman, I guess. First of all, Craig, I want to be sure. Did you do your research on this? Is this a real story? This is not a parody story?
This is a real story.
Okay.
This is from the Daily Caller.
It's not, I mean, I think it's a parody story. I mean, look at your two major players here, right? You have a penis versus a hymen. What's the woman's name, Craig?
Her name is Hyman.
And she's fighting a what?
A man with a penis.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all I have to say about it. I mean, except again, listen, when this was going on and it wasn't in your face, you didn't say anything. But now that it's in your face, it's a problem. How many times has this guy been around some other women, some younger women, perhaps, and it wasn't an issue? But now that it's in your face, listen, if you're going to act, you need to act as soon as you. It
sounds like what she was saying is they've reported this guy several times, and nobody said or did anything. And I'm guessing that's because they probably have a policy that says, yeah, you can be in whatever bathroom, whatever locker room you identify as. And that's probably the organizational policy.
Yeah, well, there you go. Good.
All I know is that's what y'all voted for. That's why any woman who tells me anything like that, I'm like, that's what you voted for. No, I didn't vote for that. No, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because every member of the Democratic caucus voted to support this stuff. Every single one. It don't matter in the state legislature, the governor's office, Congress, all of your school board members, a bunch of them voted. All of them voted for this. None of them are standing up against it. None of them are saying anything about it. So if you're going to continue to vote for them, then you get big D's in the locker room.
Yep.
Big D's in the women's locker room.
Big D versus Hyman. There you go.
Big D's in the women's locker room. So like that. Speaking of big D's, Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney has passed away. Wow. Anyway, let me put it over here. So Dick Cheney has passed away. Where is it here? Here we go. I'll go ahead and I will read the story, and then we'll comment on our feelings about Mr. Cheney. Former Vice President Dick Cheney, or President Dick Cheney, dies at 84. Former U.S. Vice President Dick Cheney has died. His family revealed Tuesday he was 84. Cheney served as the 46th Vice President of the United States from 2001 to 2009 under Republican President George W. Bush. He also served as Secretary of Defense under Republican George Bush Sr. Between 1989 and 1993. Before that, Cheney acted as Gerald Ford's White House Chief of Staff in the 1970s, previously spending a decade in the House of Representatives. A statement released by the family announced Dick Cheney's death. And I'm not going to go ahead and read the statement. I'm real curious, Mike, to see what are your thoughts on the passing of Big Dick.
Yeah, listen, a distinguished gentleman, a public servant for many years, and not one of these camped in one office for 50 years. You know, he moved up through the ranks in a myriad of jobs, serving his country. So, prayers to him and his family.
Yeah, I would totally agree. I think that he was the vice president that George Bush needed.
Yep.
He lended a bit of gravitas, in particular when it came to foreign affairs.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, a lot of his positions in his later years, due to his suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, all I can say is that clearly he was infected by his kids.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what your grandpa does, right? He's the one always sitting around making conversation that we're all going, "Ugh, Grandpa, stop it already." It's not, you're not 70 years ago,
Yeah. Well, I just think Dick Cheney was the epitome of the establishment in terms of, look, he believed that presidents should act a certain way. He believed in certain levels of decorum. He believed there are certain things presidents shouldn't do. And Trump bucked a lot of that. And it's that same attitude that Trump has that allows him to cut through a lot of the mess and get things done. And once again, I understand why Dick Cheney didn't like it, but at the same time, like I said, if he didn't do that at times, man, he wouldn't be going down as probably one of the best, if not the best president, at least of my lifetime. Well, our lifetime, because we're about the same age.
Yeah, and listen, I would say it. Everybody I'm a Trump supporter, but what I love his decorum to be more formal. Sure, if he was running against Jimmy Carter, if he was running against Walter Mondale, he has what we want. We needed his extreme to counter the extreme wackiness of the left. It's what we need. I mean, what 17, 18 people in 2006 running for that office, and he got it because we all knew we needed that power and that mouth and that attitude to defeat them.
Well, and we'll see it in one of the parting shots, but it was also that willingness to cut through the niceties and the BS and the formalities that made him successful in getting things done. A lot of times, instead of waiting for permission, he just asked for forgiveness after the courts told him he couldn't do something.
He's a businessman. Time is money. If I wait to go through the red tape, I'm going to lose my ass.
Yep, pretty much. And that, by the way, brings us to our parting shots. Parting shots are brought to you by Hog Holsters. Just go to hogholsters.com. Make sure you use the discount code The Rundown. All caps, no spaces, one word, just like it is, right up there. And you're going to get a sweet little discount on your holster. All right, this first one here, this kind of talks to this is an interview with J.D. Vance where he talks to, why or how that no nonsense, not putting up with the BS attitude has made President Trump so successful.
1 a.m. Moscow time, and they had no anticipation. So we're actually in the east wing of the White House, and the president says, we've had a pretty good meeting. I'm going to go call Vladimir Putin and see what he says about it. And everybody's like, oh, you're going to call him next week? And he's like, no, what time is it in Moscow? Let's call him right now. And I think one of the things I've realized about President Trump's leadership is he cuts through the BS of some of these diplomatic protocols and just says, I'm going to get things done. If I want to talk to somebody, I'm going to talk to somebody. You had a lot of the Europeans who were saying, no, there needs to be proper, vetting, and the teams have to prepare the phone call and blah, 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 blah. And the president was like, no. I want to talk to the guy. I'm going to talk to the guy. And I think that kind of no holds barred, no BS diplomacy is part of the reason why we've made the progress we have.
And he's just speaking to foreign policy. That doesn't even include all of the other areas where he's been successful doing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. And that's, why he's in the office and as successful as he is.
Exactly. That's exactly why he's there and why he is so successful. Now, here's a video, and this is, interestingly, fake news CNN. They may be coming around to the president's perspective when it comes to the shutdown.
The left just lost. Fake news CNN.
If you are so concerned about SNAP funds running out, why not ask Democrats in the Senate to vote to open up the government?
Let me be clear. The administration is choosing to starve American children with money that they already have appropriated.
I'm not applauding their tactics.
By the White House.
Well,
this is a choice by the White House.
This is also, Congresswoman, this is also a choice by Senate Democrats to not vote to open the government. Yes, it is.
It totally is.
I think America gets it. Every day, Craig, and we watch the polls every week. Every day that this goes on, the Democrat polls go down and the Republican polls go up.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. There's one other way that we know that this is the case, because there's another prominent Democrat who has taken that exact same position in terms of how bad government shutdowns are.
Did you hear? The president went totally off about this whole government shutdown thing. He really just shredded the other guys. Oh, please. Who does he think he is? He's ridiculous. This is all his fault and his party, so... Oh, did you think I was talking about President Trump? No. I was talking about this guy.
Republicans do not like the law. They can go through the regular channels and processes to try to change it. That's why we have elections. So they can go through the normal processes and procedures of a democracy, but you do not threaten the full faith and credit of the United States of America. Shutting down the government just because you don't like a law that was passed, I have to say, no Congress before this one has ever in history been irresponsible enough to threaten an economic shutdown, to suggest America not pay its bills, just to try to blackmail a president into giving them some concessions. I will not negotiate on anything when it comes to the full faith and credit of the United States of America. We're not going to submit to this kind of total irresponsibility. Congress needs to pay our bills on time. Congress needs to pass a budget on time. Congress needs to put an end to governing from crisis to crisis. Republicans do not like the law. They can go through the regular channels and processes to try to change it. That's why we have elections. So they
Yep.
Ooh.
How them words taste.
How them words taste. Yeah, you just evidently those words are not sitting too well with Democrats nowadays.
Again, pulls down on the left, pulls up on the right.
Pretty much. It's not a hard argument. It's not a hard argument to make. It really isn't. But anyway, that's it for our parting shots. We're about to the end of the program, but before we go, we're going to give one more quick shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah, Hitman Industries, hitmanindustries.net. Make sure you get over there if you need some AR barrels, rifle caliber, pistol caliber, any length you desire. They got them all for you. That's hitmanindustries.net. California Republican Assembly, fighting a good fight behind enemy lines. Now you can take part in California's future today. And if you want the best in field gear, tactical gear, fire, law enforcement, EMS, security, whatever it may be, get your group together, get your agency together, place an order at uscombatgear.com where you get everything except the gun.
That's right, folks. Once again, please take a moment to visit our sponsors by following the links in the description to this program. And with that, we have another show in the can. We very much appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate you liking and sharing the program and encouraging your friends to do the same. We will be back tomorrow on Throat Punch Thursday. Till then, y'all have fun, stay safe, and we will see you mañana.